All right, so we're getting closer and closer to the end. This is what, day 18? Day 19? I think it's day 19 of the Trump trial. And, as this is actually surprising. The defense did call a witness, and it wasn't the one that at least that I saw, that people were expecting to be the witness called. And he's just as unruly as you would expect a witness on behalf of Trump to be. But let's get right to the article. The judge overseeing Donald Trump's hush money trial briefly closed the courtroom Monday, forcing reporters into the hallway after he admonished a defense witness for his behavior on the witness stand. It happened minutes into the testimony of Robert Costello, a former federal prosecutor who has publicly blasted the prosecution's star witness, Michael Cohen. If that's how a federal prosecutor acts, if that's how he acts now, I can only imagine what he was like as an actual federal prosecutor. Because as much as I dislike Michael Cohen, he is a blowhard, he seems like to be the ultimate jerk, at least he knows how to act on a witness stand. So, let's continue. Costello aggravated Judge Juan Merchan repeatedly in his testimony by making comments under his breath and continuing to speak after objections were sustained, a signal to witnesses to stop talking. Which, again, he was a federal prosecutor, he should know that. At one point, Costello remarked, "Geez," when he was cut off by an objection. He also called the whole exercise ridiculous. Again, this is a former federal prosecutor. I follow a former federal prosecutor, Glenn Kirchner. He must be rolling his eyes so bad that they are probably stuck somewhere in the back of his skull. Because this is one of his own, and they're acting like this. I can just imagine that he's just livid listening to this. After excusing the jury, Merchan told Costello, "If you don't like my ruling, you don't say geez, you don't give me side-eye, and you don't roll your eyes." And again, he's a federal prosecutor. He should freaking know how to deal with rulings he doesn't like. Again, I wonder what the hell he was like as a federal prosecutor. Because, good Lord. Reporters were taken aback that they were being shooed out of the courtroom amid proceedings in the historic trial. They were allowed back in after about 5 minutes. The prosecution rested its case earlier Monday after several days of testimony from Cohen, Trump's loyal attorney turned adversary, who the defense sought to paint as a serial fabulist who is on a revenge campaign aimed at taking down Trump. Now, just because you're dead set on taking someone down doesn't mean that you're making shit up. The two don't have to go together. Again, there are a lot of lawyers and law enforcement, everyone in the criminal justice system, who want to take down big-time criminals. They are dead set on doing so. Does that mean that they're making shit up? No, not necessarily. I mean, they just really want to see justice done. So, no, the two do not go together. Costello, a former federal prosecutor in New York, oh God, you, Cohen, and Trump are seriously giving New Yorkers a bad name. is relevant to the case because of his role as a Cohen antagonist and critic in the years since their professional relationship splintered in spectacular fashion. Now, who wants revenge on whom now? Who's a fabulist and running a revenge campaign? Costello had offered to represent Cohen soon after the lawyer's hotel room, office, and home were raided, and as Cohen faced a decision about whether to remain defiant in the face of a criminal investigation or to cooperate with authorities in hopes of securing more lenient treatment. Costello testified that Cohen told him Trump knew nothing about the $130,000 hush money payment to porn actor Stormy Daniels that's at the center of the case. Even though people testified and there have been plenty of receipts showing the exact opposite, but okay. Michael Cohen said numerous times that President Trump knew nothing about those payments, that he did this on his own, and he repeated that numerous times, Costello told jurors. Was that while he was still lying for Trump or after he realized I'm screwed? I better stop lying. Because who knows? Maybe at the time he was still lying about for Trump. I don't know the timeline, so. Over several hours of cross-examination, Trump's attorneys tried to sow doubt in jurors' minds about Cohen's crucial testimony implicating the presumptive Republican presidential nominee in the hush money scheme. Defense lawyers seized on Cohen's past lies and criminal history, underscoring the risk of prosecutors' reliance on the now disbarred attorney. Again, it's not a reliance. If it was a reliance, he would have been the only witness called. He's not. There were plenty of corroborating evidence here, guys. He brought receipts. He had a secret recording. It's not like it's his word against Trump. Come on. Stop. Quit making this like it's a one-on-one thing. Cohen testified earlier Monday that he stole tens of thousands of dollars from Trump's company, an admission defense lawyers hope to use to undermine Cohen's credibility as a key prosecution witness in the former president's hush money trial. Cohen claimed to have paid $50,000 to a technology firm for its work artificially boosting Trump's standing in a CNBC online poll about famous businessmen. Yeah, that sounds about right. Cohen said he gave the firm only $20,000 in cash in a brown paper bag, but he sought reimbursement for Trump for the full amount, pocketing the difference. You know, like I said, there's really nobody here that's, well, maybe Stormy. But everybody else who voluntarily associate themselves with Trump, these are not good people. I mean, come on. This Cohen is proving he's not a good person. That doesn't mean he's lying about Trump. But, oh my God. Like I said, these guys are making New Yorkers out to... They're not the best New Yorkers ever produced, let's put it that way. So you stole from the Trump Organization? Defense attorney Todd Blanche asked. Yes, sir, Cohen replied. Cohen said he never paid the Trump Organization back. Cohen has never been charged with stealing from Trump's company. Well, hopefully he won't be now. Maybe he has some sort of immunity, so he can say, oh yeah, I did this, and I did this, and oh yeah, and I did this, because, he might be in trouble again. Cohen is a key witness, but also a complicated one. I can read. He admitted on the witness stand to a number of past lies, many of which he claims were meant to protect Trump. Cohen also served prison time after pleading guilty to various federal charges, including lying to Congress and a bank, and engaging in campaign finance violations related to the hush money scheme. And he has made millions of dollars off critical books about the former president, whom he regularly slams on social media in often profane terms. Yeah, we've heard some of that. He's quite creative. But when pushed by Blanche, Cohen stood by his recollection of conversations with Trump about the hush money payments to Daniels that's at the center of the case. No doubt in your mind, Blanche asked about whether Cohen specifically recalled having conversations with Trump about the Daniels matter. No doubt, Cohen said. Prosecutors got another shot to question their star witness after the defense wrapped up their cross-examination. Prosecutor Susan Hoffinger took a dig at the defense strategy to go after Cohen, asking him, "I know you might feel like you're on trial here after cross-examination, but are you actually on trial here?" "No, ma'am," Cohen replied. After more than 4 weeks of testimony about sex, money, tabloid machinations, and the details of Trump's company of Trump's company's record keeping. Okay, I saw the comma in the wrong place. Jurors could begin deliberating as soon as next week to decide whether Trump is guilty of 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in the first criminal trial of the former U.S. president. The charges stem from internal Trump Organization records where payments to Cohen were marked as legal expenses. Prosecutors say that they were really reimbursements for the payments to Daniels to keep her from going public before the 2016 election, with claims of a sexual encounter with Trump. Trump says nothing sexual happened between them. Maybe it was so quick that he forgot that it was sex. Trump has pleaded not guilty. His lawyers say there was nothing criminal about the Daniels deal or the way Cohen was paid. "There's no crime," Trump told reporters after arriving at the courthouse Monday. "We paid a legal expense. You know what it's marked down as? A legal expense." No, it's marked down as a legal expense. You paid a lawyer. Again, that sort of logic implies that anytime you ask a lawyer friend of yours about their family or work or whatever, that somehow that constitutes legal advice. No, you're talking to a lawyer, yes. That doesn't mean he's doing lawyer things. Trump's allies, including several who joined him at the courthouse Monday, oh good, there's more, quickly seized on Cohen's admission on the witness stand. Former Trump administration official Kash Patel told reporters that Monday marked the first time in 6 weeks of trial proceedings that we finally have a crime: Cohen stealing money from the Trump Organization. These are the same geniuses who claim that no one has ever actually laid out what crime Trump committed, even though there are 34 counts of falsifying business records. How much more clear can that be? But then again, we're talking about people like Matt Gaetz and Lauren Boebert, so these are probably too big words for them. We also have a victim. That victim is Donald J. Trump, Patel said. You know, like I said, because he admitted that when prosecutors asked them, I can't think of the legal term, when prosecutors came back and asked him, I'm going to say that they already knew and he's immune from that, because otherwise, yeah, if I were Trump, I would get him for that, because that makes perfect sense. Or maybe Cohen is willing to pay the piper on that one. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what deal was struck? Known for his hot temper, Cohen remained mostly calm on the witness stand, despite sometimes heated interrogation by the defense about his misdeeds and the allegations in the case. Because he's a lawyer. And obviously a good one, because he knows how to act in a courtroom. He doesn't take his outside personality and brings it into the courtroom. Whatever you think of Cohen, he at least can figure that one out. Prosecutors will have an opportunity to call rebuttal witnesses once Trump's witnesses are done. Judge Juan Merchan, citing scheduling issues, said he expects closing arguments to happen May 28th, the Tuesday after Memorial Day. So, in a little over a week. Well, actually, technically a week, because Monday they're off for Memorial Day, so. Defense lawyers said they have not decided whether Trump will testify. Seriously? I mean, it would be a gift if Trump actually testified, because the person who is most likely to admit to crimes is Trump. That's the best way to get a confession out of him, get him to talk. However, if he's smart, he's going to plead the fifth, so there's no point in putting him on stand to begin with. Or, more likely, the lawyers are duct taping him to the chair and not letting him go anywhere near the box. So, and Trump did not respond to shouted questions from reporters about whether his lawyers have advised him not to take the stand. Well, if his lawyers are nominally good and not, got their law degree from the back of a Cracker Jack box, they should probably say that don't you dare testify. Defense attorneys generally are reluctant to put their clients on the witness stand and open them up to intense questioning by prosecutors, as it often does more harm than good. And Trump being Trump, it would most definitely be more harm than good. Yeah, Trump would not survive that. I mean, that would be great TV if it was televised. It would be great TV to watch the prosecutors run circles around him and for him to testify to this and God knows what else. However, as entertaining as that would be, it would be seriously dumb for Trump to take the stand. It would be so stupid. This man has no self-control. No. It's just a bad idea. So that is all I have for this article. I assume that questioning will continue of that Costello tomorrow. So there's that to look forward to. And they didn't say whether they have more witnesses or not. So, but you heard that he's hoping to wrap things up with closing arguments next week. So maybe the defense still has witnesses. Because I hardly doubt this Costello is going to be grilled all week by first the defense and then prosecutors. I just don't see that happening. So the defense must have, either the defense has witnesses, or now that defense called a witness, prosecution has rebuttal witnesses. Or Judge Merchan is being very conservative and assuming that one or the other or both is the deal. So anyway, I believe that's all I have for today. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video.